All right. One more time. All right, so I drew a rectangle in perspective on that wall there. Good. All right. So let's say you got a great big mirror here on this wall in perspective. What would you see? Well, this would be reflected here in reverse. But the horizontal line of like the bottom of the painting top of the painting baseboard or here. There we go, up to there. There. So as a beginning, any of these, like, this being in 1 point perspective, a mirror here would reflect this in reverse. So, like, from here, from the edge of the painting to the edge of the wall, that same distance, you can even like measure it. Let me see what that measures out to be. I'm just going to use regular 1-inch scale. That's just about a little less than a half an inch from the wall to the painting. And so then I want to go from the wall in this way. It would be there. That from this mark to the corner is the same as this mark to the edge of the painting. So that's where my painting is. Right there. And here, anything here would also use this vanishing point. So actually I would see the back of the chair.
Mr. O'Connor?
Yep.
I don't think you are sharing screen now. Okay. Perfect.
Sorry, sorry if I was covering that up. Whoop. Go. All right. So here for like the back of the chair, over to the wall and then up. I think it should be like there. There. It's really close to it. And then I want to do like a mirror image. All right. It would look something like that. I would, when I render that, I can show you. By the way, when we apply color with marker and pencil, that is, in the world of illustration, that is known as rendering. That's the verb. Sorry. Render is the verb. Rendering is the noun. It's become fashionable for some reason. I think it's because people are just trying to sound like they're saying something cooler. It has become weirdly popular to refer to a rendering as a render. That's wrong. These are renderings. So don't um, don't call it a render. It's not a render, it's a rendering. It's out of control, and what's happened is that people trying to sound like they're doing something new or just trying to sound cool have made a lot of people think that render is correct, which is really disappointing to me. So don't be one of those people. Now, so the chair is going to cover up a lot of this, like what I see as like the base of the wall. If I go straight across, I think that needs to be up there. Right? Now to show that it's, there are different like techniques that you use to show that it's a reflection and not another room. And here, like I'm going to stop this from going all the way to the edge. When I render this, I'll make it a little lighter. Okay. And start with my red. Colorless blender. That is I think I want to do my black. Okay. Okay. Brown. All right, so the brown there, I'm going to put like maybe just like a lighter. I don't want to make it too light. Okay. Okay. Painting. Use this with some of that bigger stuff. Okay. I'm going to use the chisel side. So I'll just kind of try to make it as much as it is, as much of the reverse as I can get it. And I would see the side of the frame. That's all right. That was okay. I might make this a little. Here, so I can show like almost like a little glare coming off the top edge um, of the mirror. It can make it look, sort of give it that. It actually gives the mirror a little bit of volume. So if this is just like a, finished, like a mirror with a finished edge just mounted to the wall, and like this like little bit of light on the bottom edge also the chair needs to be a little darker, not a ton darker, just a little bit. Be careful I don't overdo it. Go. Right. Think what? Not that red pencil there. I happen to have a pencil that's a decent color for this. Maybe a little too, a little bit of violet in it. Better. And my flooring. It's too light. Well, I'm going to use this one that's light and just give me that little bit of color. There. Yeah. Does that look like it's a mirror?
Yes, that looks great. Thank you.
Yeah. That was fun. Yeah, it's it's like as long as it's it's pretty good. It's not perfect, but it doesn't really have to be. And I guess
You
you.
can tell it's a reflection though, like it doesn't look like another room or a window or anything.
Yeah. Oh, good. Good, good, good. It's that's it's kind of important. Um, that that it looks like what you want it to look like. Um, and it can even have errors as long as it's convincing as the mirror, then you're in good shape. Yeah. I remember looking at like a long time ago, my old pal Krista Yarbrough, when she was doing renderings for Getty, um, and she did these drawings that were really great. And they said there were different like hotel rooms they wanted to be able to show potential clients what some of their stuff looked like or would look like. And she had this like a bathroom with a mirror, like a big bathroom with mirrors on either side, and the reflections looked great. And she said she's like, yeah, reflections aren't really all that accurate, but they're close enough. And then she showed me all the errors, and I'm like, wow, there were some errors if you looked, but you didn't notice them at first. And so she said nobody noticed that there were errors. All they saw was they looked like mirrors. And so that's it. That's what you need. Yeah. So now, lastly, I want to do the exterior. We're going to say, because okay. What do you want to see on? Anybody? Suggestions, requests? All right, well, I'll put my horizon back. So we're looking. It's too large of a building.
Could you do like a cityscape?
Yeah. So if you have like so let's say we're in a high rise, we're looking out the window and you see buildings, you might, I'm going to say if, a lot of buildings, especially in a place like Chicago, are lined up parallel to each other. So if there's a building out here, this top edge, I'm going to use the same vanishing point. I think I might put something here like, just like the edge of another building. Maybe I'll move that over so that it's not such a little tiny bit. Like down, you might have like another building. No, I don't want that. Do this so that they have like another building. There. So I don't have a lot of room to work with, but if I'm assuming distance, then they're going to be small. I want to show like the suggestion of the facade of the building. But as they get smaller, the like windows have to get smaller and smaller. So let's say it's like we've got like park is out here. Maybe you've got like Lake Shore Drive and some trees. kind of like that. And the lake, and then well, out here. So buildings would be drawn in perspectives, like the top edge goes to there, it's above the horizon. The bottom, like the top edge of this one, goes up to the vanishing point here, stronger up to the vanishing point. So like on this surface here, this is in perspective. So I would need like I'm going to do like the different like windows of the different stories. Just approximate like a consistent scale. Clean this up. So something I would suggest you, if you're thinking like what do the buildings look like, use the power of the internet and look up what buildings look like. Different kind of like, what do windows look like on a high rise? Oops, that's not the eraser. Dummy. That's the eraser. Clean up my there. Yep. When you get going in a little tiny, this like little tiny area of the window, it's remarkable how much like in your imagination the space gets bigger. Right, so similar to the mirror, I want to back it off the edge. So I'm doing a lot of drawing to make sure my building looks accurate. When I render that, I'm going to just kind of make it look a little more generic, I think, because I don't need all the details on the facade of a building that is seen out the window. I just needed to make sure that it looks like a building and nothing too cartoony or generic. Oh, okay, how's that look so far?
It looks good.
Excellent. Right here. So I'm kind of setting this up setting this up to make a decent looking exterior view takes a lot longer than the rendering will. Um, Good. All right, so now I'm getting ready to put some color on it. I want to get the extra graphite off so that my marker work doesn't end up looking too dirty. Need a little bit of that pencil. Okay.
Excuse me.
Yes.
We're not rendering the items that we're submitting tonight, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
That's
Thank you.
not a requirement, but since you asked, it's very easy for me to get hooked by, rendering demos. All right. Blue sky. So watch how quickly this goes. Sky's done. Maybe a little bit down at the horizon. I'm going to take my gray, my 0 gray, put a little bit on the cloud, like that. Good.
Is there any particular way to kind of differentiate between like the window being open or closed, like making it look like glass, or is it just
So
kind of,
question?
yeah.
We want to see. You do want to see. I mean, I don't want it to look like it's like, look at this great apartment. There's no glass in the window, so be careful. Right? I mean, that would be kind of fun. Only for like a condo for the most daring. You want to, so like here, so I was staying off the edge here. Now, something that would happen if I do that, that starts to help you see that there's something there, because you can't just see clearly out the window. Now, I would want to put a little line here, right, like as much in the center as I can. It should go a little bit over, to show that there is like a little track for the glass. And like this, like the window frame would actually, like the thickness of, like the depth of the window would be reflected a little bit in the glass. Next time you're in a high-rise building with, or like any kind of building with modern windows like this, check it out. You can see, if you look for it, you'll see that there's a little like reflection of the shadow of the thickness here.
Even with that line in the middle, I can already tell a little bit more.
Good. Yeah. So something else that you can do here, like if I, erase a little there. think I might just, keeping this all kind of gray. Starting this out gray. And yeah, I don't really want the oh shoot. Get off of there. I should probably have several of these blenders because they get color in them, and then they're
I also have another question.
yeah.
Say you have a window and a piece of art next to each other, and out the window is a cityscape, but also you have a framed picture of a cityscape. Uh,
Ah,
how do you make those not look the same? Does it come down to the shading and the details of the frame of the window, or how would you do that?
I would say like I think yeah, it would probably have to be like clear that shoot, totally forgot. Like that like if there are like out window, like a view to the outside, and then like a painting of a cityscape here. Um, there would probably be differences, like the perspective of this would probably be different than that.
Right.
And I think if I were selecting artwork to go in an interior, I might not want to have like a cityscape and then the window where they're too similar that it may be like confusing. Like, is that supposed to be the thing that I see outside? Like, I don't get it. You don't want that.
Right. I personally wouldn't do that either, but I was just curious because I was thinking about it.
If this were like a realistic like cityscape scene, it would be very unlikely to have the same perspective as this. So like if this is like the horizon, you might see like like the horizon of the artwork might be much lower. So I think there's
Okay.
differences in view.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yep. Good. Mm. 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 Now, what's what here? Just gonna have to use this a little bit. I wanted to use a lighter. Lighter color on here. If there's something missing. Okay, it's getting a little better. Good. That's getting there. I'm not really, this is a little, I wanted to have like a reflection through here, but kind of goofed it up. It's kind of hard to make it look like it's, there, that's better. That looks more like it's like the park. And then you might have like Lakeshore Drive running through there. This is too green for that. Usually the like it's more gray. Okay. Knock out that little awkward bit here. That's enough for that. I might put a little more like there. Okay. Just a second. Okay. Good. I'm going to stop on the window. I can keep goofing around with it and potentially make it worse. So I'm going to leave it alone. All right. So there will be more of this. I will demonstrate more marker rendering, but hopefully that helps you to see like kind of like how you would address certain kinds of surfaces and finishes, which is really what it's about, is depicting surfaces and finishes that you would find in an interior. All right, so I will give you instructions about our meeting next time. For the next week, I'll make sure I am absolutely that this is. I'll just make sure we have all the information. You have all the information you need for meeting in person, which is going to be pretty great. So if you can't be there, let me know. Hopefully you can all be there. And let me know if you have questions.
Wait, next time we're meeting in person?
That's what I thought it was going to be the week after spring break, but what I saw just this week in an email was that it's the week of the 15th. That's next week.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. So, and I hope I'm not wrong, but I was a little surprised.
I think that's the email I saw too, but I wasn't sure if
Yep.
if that's what we're doing in particular.
Yeah, I was. I made an assumption that we would that we would start after spring break, but I was wrong.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yep. All right. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing you next week. There are no food services on campus, so the Starbucks is closed. So if you want stuff to eat and drink, bring it yourself.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Cool. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Thanks, Duffy.
Have a
Bye.
good
Thank
week.
you.